Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Welcome back to the Law Vlog, episode 20. So I'm up in Washington Street in Cork City, the Personal Injury Circuit Court. We have a case running this morning. It's a slip and fall type case. A lady fell on a road, badly injured, she broke her ankle. So I'm about to head in for a consultation with the client before the case is heard. We'll have our client, we'll have our witnesses, we have our engineer. Our medical reports have already been agreed, and we've already agreed our client's loss of earnings and special damages. So then we must present our case with our barrister in front of the judge. We'll call up, give our evidence. The other side will be entitled to ask questions. They will have witnesses which we can cross-examine, and the judge will make his or her decision. So back in the office Monday morning after our 3-day weekend. Every Friday obviously is off. We have a 4-day week, which is quite successful, but it means that there's a lot of post comes on Friday, and then on Monday, so a lot of post comes in on the Monday morning to get scanned up onto our system, onto our document management system called Court, so that we all may see it. So I might actually go through some of the posts. So this is a motion. We're actually acting for a defendant in this one, the personal injury file, where we had late instructions from the client to file our defence. I remember if I went through the pleadings part previously, where you have your appearance, your summons, your appearance, your particulars, your replies to particulars, and your defence. And then if you don't lodge your defence within a particular period of time, you're entitled as a plaintiff to lodge go to court and tell the court, look, this other side has been aware. That's my bank statement for the office account. The other side is aware of this process, but not engaging. They can go to court, take up a motion to take judgment, so they can go to the judge and ask the judge to give them the full amount of the court action. But generally, there's a bit of leeway or a collegiality between solicitors, but if it comes to a point where the defence hasn't been delivered, we would go to the day of the motion and ask for the defence to be struck out and order that the defence be delivered within 6 weeks. And then costs, there's usually a stay on costs to the case itself, or sometimes the plaintiff is awarded their costs for having to go to the effort of taking the motion. So this is a letter to do with a personal injury case, and this is we act for the plaintiff had a slip. He had he was a security guard who was attacked while working in a petrol station. So the discovery here is, I think this is the CCTV of the incident. So we just received it, but this has been going on for about a year. So we've eventually got it. So we'll review that with our barristers and the client, and just to allow us to progress the case that bit further. Obviously CCTV footage is very important to any case, and it's one of the first things you should request to the other side to freeze any CCTV footage they may have that you might find important or helpful in your case. That's a letter from Personal Injury Assessment Board, just updating us on the progress of the case, a medical appointment for a client. This is a motion. So we're taking a motion here. On the other side, this is our motion acting for a plaintiff against a bar. A client had an injury while on the premises. We said the other side were negligent, and so they haven't lodged their defence. We're taking a motion. So we prepared a document. We must send the document to the court with the appropriate stamp duty. So it's the court stamping fee. This was €60. You can see the stamp just up there. And then the court services send us back, and then we will serve this then on the defendant. So this motion is on the 1st of March, which is this week, so our barrister will attend, but it's most likely that their side will contact us in the meantime and request that we strike it out for 6 weeks and give the motion with the document within 6 weeks of the motion. There's someone coming in the door there now, so we'll continue later on. So I'm just back in the solicitor's room in the back of the courthouse. And I see it there's a little private room for solicitors, or they can leave their coats and bags and personal belongings. So our case actually settled. We're very happy with the result, the City Council and ourselves. So we're just gone in to tell the judge, and the case will be struck out with an order for costs. Good result. Client is very happy, and it's actually great to be back in court. with the new restrictions gone and courts open. It's great to be back to the buzz of court. So we're actually extremely busy at the moment with Notary Public. We provide two main types of Notary Public services. One is someone who's sending a document to another jurisdiction and they need to sign it, and they need to have that signature witnessed by an independent party who is a Notary Public, because that signature, that witness signature then is recognised in the foreign jurisdiction. So generally come in with your documents, sign the document in front of myself, the notary. I don't advise on the substantive document itself, I just give a certificate, my notarial certificate. Say you've come in, I've met you, you're identified through your passport, you've given me a proof of address, and I just sign the document in my presence. Then subsequently you may need to what's called have your document apostilled, and that's sending the document to the Irish government. I think there's a cost of €40, and that's just the Irish government verifying who I am as the notary, so that the other jurisdiction or the government of the other jurisdiction is satisfied that the document is witnessed. And the second type of document or service that we do in notary is certifying documents. So you might have to send a copy of a document to a foreign jurisdiction, so we would take a copy of the original document. You'd also have to bring in a proof of ID, proof of address, and then we certify that we've seen the original and we're taking a copy of the original document, and we put a notarial certificate on it and would sign it, so that then that copy of the document can be sent to the foreign jurisdiction. So if you require any notary services, please don't hesitate to give me a shout here by message or contact our office, 341-800-246-442. So that's the end of this week's vlog. Hope it's brought some value to you. We're going to try to bring these out every week now from March into the summer months. We're also starting back our podcast, The Sweeney Show, but it's got a new brand, a new name. It's going to be called the Lawyer Up Podcast, focusing on all things legal and all law matters in the country. If you're a solicitor, a barrister, or anyone in the legal industry out there like to be a guest, please drop me a message. Or if you think you know someone that might make for an interesting guest, please don't hesitate to make an introduction. So that's it. I hope you have a great week. See you all next week.